Hello, my name is Steve Bigelow with the Candlestick Forum. We've had a very strong market, and during that strong market, we could pick out which price moves were going to have the strongest magnitude of strength. As we have seen, the Dow, after doing a piercing signal off the 50-day moving average, has hit the target today back up here at the 200-day moving average. That allowed us to be relatively long this whole uptrend, and especially exploiting the big pattern breakouts. The Nasdaq also has had one great criteria, coming all the way back up here, filling this gap. They could never really close it below the T-line. Now they've broken out through this level. Look where we are. We're almost back to the all-time highs before the big sell-off. So we've been able to take advantage of investor sentiment that were confirming the patterns, like the JHook pattern and CrowdStrike. Went from a trajectory of this to a trajectory of this. We can identify the fry pan bottom breakouts. This is what we expect coming out of a fry pan bottom. Why do these work effectively? Because right now, when there's no real strong seller sentiment in this market, investor sentiment is building up for the big moves. CPA, Copa Airlines, notice the fry pan bottom. Notice the dimple. The dimple is a measuring point. From here to here is going to be about the same from here to here where the breakout is. Notice your little JHook pattern staying above the T-line. Today, it did a doji sandwich, breaking out. What do we expect coming out of a doji sandwich? More upside. What do we expect coming out of a fry pan bottom? Very strong upside. There's a gap to fill at the $65 area, and it could possibly go all the way back up to the 200-day moving average. Knowing this, all this, what do I want to say? What we call 2 plus 2, when you can add everything together and see where the high probability price moves are, this is great for entering a trade at the optimal time and or putting on spreads or calls right at the optimal time. The JHook pattern just produced these big strong price moves, as we can see in Zoom. And now we're looking at L brands. There's your JHook pattern with the best friend signal, gap up through the 200. This is what we call a bobble breakout, which is basically a JHook pattern that has a defined resistance level and a defined breakout level. Expectation, wave 1 and wave 3 will be the same. This market is producing some huge profits, and all you have to do is take advantage of the candlestick signals that are going to produce the big profits during this uptrend. Thank you for listening. We'll see you in the chat rooms. Oh, I should announce that on this coming weekend, we are going to be doing a mini session. It's usually about a 2-hour session, Saturday morning from probably 9:30 to 11:30 on how to identify when these breakout patterns are setting up based upon candlestick signals and patterns. Thank you for listening.